כשאין לי אף אחת להתאהב, בגוף אצלי כואב, החדר מסתובב, הגעגוע והכעס מתעבב. את עשית מהלב שלי בדיחה, לקחת כל מה את צריכה, חלמתי על מה שנשאר וזה לא הרבה בשבילנו. איפה את כשאין לי אף אחת להתאהב בה? אני מצטער שנשארתי, ימים ארוכים שלא שרתי, שלחתי לך כמה שמאלות שתביני שאין לי בנות אחרות. ניו יורק כל כך קרה לי, שוב פעם את בוכה לי, כל הזמן, כל הזמן, זה הגורל שמתהפך עליי כל כך ברוטלי. האם את עושה לי כל הזמן, כל הזמן, כמו קעקוע על הלב, חרוט אצלי היטב. איפה את כשאין לי אף אחת להתאהב, בגוף אצלי כואב, החדר מסתובב, איך הגעגוע והכעס מתערבב. את עשית מהלב שלי בדיחה, לקחת כל מה את צריכה, חלמתי על מה שנשאר וזה לא הרבה בשבילנו. איפה את כשאין לי אף אחת להתאהב בה? ניו יורק כל כך קרה לי, שוב פעם את בוכה לי, כל הזמן, כל הזמן, זה הגורל שמתהפך עליי כל כך ברוטלי. האם את עושה לי כל הזמן, כל הזמן, כמו קעקוע על הלב, חרוט אצלי היטב. איפה את כשאין לי אף אחת להתאהב, בגוף אצלי כואב, החדר מסתובב, איך הגעגוע והכעס מתערבב. את עשית מהלב שלי בדיחה, לקחת כל מה את צריכה, חלמתי על מה שנשאר וזה לא הרבה בשבילנו. איפה את כשאין לי אף אחת להתאהב בה?
סופות מתוכי ומחוץ מוטטו את קירות הבית, ואת מתוכי זרמת מפוזרת וחזרת עייפה ושותקת. עוד פעם כשהייתי ילד היית בתוכי נשברת, פעם שלך פעם אחרת, על יופייך לזרים מוותר. לא אבקש דבר, את לא צריכה להוכיח לי כלום, הורידי עוד אל שפתייך, אבק דרכים רחצי מרגלייך. היי לי קרובה וזוכרת, היי לי רק לי מיוחדת, היי לי אחות מקודשת, היי יחפה מנוחמת. אבקש דבר, את לא צריכה להוכיח לי כלום, הורידי עודן שפתייך, אבק דרכים רחצי מרגלייך. לא אבקש דבר, את לא צריכה להוכיח לי כלום, הורידי עודן שפתייך, אבק דרכים רחצי מרגלייך. הזמן מסמן לי, זה הכל שאריות של החיים. ולחיות את הרגע, להתחיל לאסוף את השברים. אולי יצא יותר, להתחיל קצת למען, להתחיל להסתדר ולעשות קצת רעש. אולי מקום אחר, מקום יותר בוער, להתחיל קצת לקלקל ולתקן עוד פעם. מה הזמן מסמן? זה הכל שאריות של החיים. ולחיות את הרגע, להתחיל לאסוף את השברים. אולי יצא יותר, להתחיל קצת למען, להתחיל להסתדר ולעשות קצת רעש. אולי מקום אחר, מקום יותר בוער, להתחיל קצת לקלקל ולתקן עוד פעם. אולי יצא יותר, להתחיל קצת למען, להתחיל להסתדר ולעשות קצת רעש. אולי מקום אחר, מקום יותר בוער, להתחיל קצת לקלקל ולתקן עוד פעם. אומרים שיש מקום ממש קרוב, כולם יחפים, מתרגשים על המים. אומרים לי שיקרה פה משהו טוב, מחפשים אמונה, מדברים לשמיים. אומרים שבסוף השנה המלחמה תגיע אלייך, גם ירדו גשמים בשמיים. אז מה את אומרת? שגרה מפוארת, גם ככה זה בסוף נגמר. נפרח בשלכת, לאן את הולכת? הריח עוד על הצוואר, מי יודע מה יביא איתו מחר. פוחד להתגבר עלייך. אומרים לי אין שירים, אז שב תכתוב אותיות אותיות, אם לחוז רק ברגש. אומרים ירד פה גשם בקרוב, הוא ישטוף את הכל, הוא ייקח לי את השמש. אומרים שבסוף העולם עוד יספרו עליי ועלייך, קצת שבור, כי מי פה מושלם. אז מה את אומרת? שגרה מפוארת, גם ככה זה בסוף נגמר. נפרח בשלכת, לאן את הולכת? הריח עוד על הצוואר, מי יודע מה יביא איתו מחר. פוחד להתגבר עלייך. את אומרת שגרה מפוארת, גם ככה זה בסוף נגמר. הפך בשלכת, לאן את הולכת? הריח עוד על הצוואר. אז מה את אומרת? שגרה מפוארת, גם ככה זה בסוף נגמר. לפרוח בשלכת, לאן את הולכת? הריח עוד על הצוואר. מי יודע מה יביא איתו מחר? פוחד להתגבר עליי.
הגיע הזמן להתעורר, לעזוב הכל, להתגבר, לשוב הביתה, לא לחפש מקום אחר. הגיע הזמן להשתנות, גם אם פספסנו תחנות, אפשר לרדת, יש רכבת, חזרה לשכונה. הכל אפשר רק אם נרצה, המחפש תמיד מוצא, גם אם הוא נמצא שם הרחק בקצה. דלתות שמיים לא ננעלו, כשהבן קורא הצילו, אבא שבשמיים מגיע אפילו שעשינו משהו רע. הוא מוחל וסולח, מושיט ידו לעזרה, ונותן ברחמיו את הכוח לתקן ולשוב אליו. אז מאחת, אם כבר לקחת, אז לקחת בשביל לתת. וזה הזמן להתקרב, לא לפחד מהכאב, ואם לתת, אז כבר לתת מכל הלב. הכל אפשר רק אם נרצה, המחפש תמיד מוצא, גם אם הוא נמצא אי שם הרחק בקצה. דלתות שמיים לא ננעלו, כשהבן קורא הצילו, אבא שבשמיים הגיע אפילו שעשינו משהו רע. הוא מוחל וסולח, מושיט ידו לעזרה, ונותן ברחמיו את הכוח לתקן ולשוב אליו. שעשינו משהו רע, הוא מוחל וסולח, מושיט ידו לעזרה, ונותן ברחמיו את הכוח לתקן ולשוב אליו. להתעורר, לעזוב הכל, להתגבר, לשוב הביתה. אסור לך לחשוב כשאת כל כך עייפה, צאי לטיול לעוזרים לך, רחוקה מהבית, בשביל לחזור נמחק, הולכת על חבל דק, הלילות ארוכים, בלי לדעת למה.
Sharp. Honored guests, Please take your seats. Our program will begin at 7 p.m. sharp, 1 minute from now. Thank you.
ילד רץ אלייך, מחבק אותך. נקיף את הפארק, רק להפסיק לחשוב. אנשים עייפים רצים ברחוב. היינו פה כבר קודם, בתפקיד הפוך. הליכה מהירה להתיש את הגוף. עד מחר, עוד מעט, ילד רץ אלייך, מחבק אותך. עד מחר, עוד מעט, ילד רץ אלייך, מחבק אותך. יש פרצה בגדר, בין הגפנים, בין ענבי הכרם, שואלים מחבלים, מייללים ונעלמים. עד מחר, עוד מעט, ילד רץ אלייך, מחבק אותך. עד מחר, עוד מעט, ילד רץ אלייך, מחבק אותך. עד מחר, עוד מעט, ילד רץ אלייך, מחבק אותך. עד מחר, עוד מעט, ילד רץ אלייך, מחבק אותך. עד מחר, עוד מעט, ילד רץ אלייך, מחבק אותך. עד מחר, עוד מעט, ילד רץ אלייך, מחבק אותך. עד מחר, עוד מעט, ילד רץ אלייך, מחבק אותך. עד מחר, עוד מעט, ילד רץ אלייך, מחבק אותך. עד מחר, עוד מעט, ילד רץ אלייך, מחבק אותך. עד מחר, עוד מעט, ילד רץ אלייך, מחבק אותך. עד מחר, עוד מעט, ילד רץ אלייך, מחבק אותך. עד מחר, עוד מעט, ילד רץ אלייך, מחבק אותך. עד מחר, עוד מעט, ילד רץ אלייך, מחבק אותך. עד מחר, עוד מעט, ילד רץ אלייך, מחבק אותך. עד מחר, עוד מעט, ילד רץ אלייך, מחבק אותך. עד מחר, עוד מעט, ילד רץ אלייך, מחבק אותך.
honored guests, please take your seats. Our program will begin in just a few moments. Thank you.
people.
It feels like in Israel it's okay for everyone to make their own home. You don't have to fit in, you just have to make a space for yourself.
זה אתה פשוט, יש לך כל הזמן צריך להתקדם, לעשות משהו, לחדש.
את הטבע, את היופי שלה.
כיף לטוס, לחזור, ואז לקבל את האהבה עוד פעם.
Lo que más me gusta de Israel son las mujeres.
רואה את האנשים, את העמך, את החפלות, את השוק, את האווירה.
את הרחובות העתיקים, הפשוטים האלה, של פעם. את היופי שלה.
I love the people, I love the food.
Everything.
את המשפחה שלי.
את הבחורות.
את החומוס.
את האותנטיות, את האנשים.
בתל אביב. את האוכל.
את האוכל.
תל אביב.
And nice, kind people.
Happy birthday, Israel.
תגידי, מה נגיד? גם אני מאחלת להם את זה.
שיהיה שלום, שיהיה רק טוב.
קודם כל שלום.
שיהיה שלום בשמיים.
השלום זה מאוד חשוב.
Maturity. I wish maturity.
יברכך אדוני וישמרך. יאר אדוני פניו אליך ויחונך.
Health, happiness, prosperity, safety.
וואו, אני מאחלת לה שתשתבח עם השנים. עד עכשיו היא עשתה עבודה לא רעה.
שנהיה מלאים באחווה, שלום.
מזל טוב על ה-74th birthday.
נאחל למדינת ישראל שיהיה רק טוב.
שנשאר מאוחדים, שנהיה בריאים.
רק טוב לעם ישראל, כן, מגיע לנו, באמת.
שנהיה מאוחדים ושתבואו לשוק, נפנק אתכם.
ושיהיה לנו חפלה ושמח כמו שרק הישראלים יודעים לעשות.
ואחרי זה שיהיה שנה של אחדות, אהבה ושלום בין כל עם ישראל ביחד. אוהבים.
רוצה לאחל לכל בית ישראל שנה טובה, מזל טוב, אינשאללה המדינה שלנו תמשיך ותתפתח.
שבעזרת השם יהיה לנו פה מדינה מוצלחת, מצליחה.
Congratulations. Happy birthday.
שלום, פס, פיס.
שנאהב ממש הרבה ושכולם יאמצו חיות מחמד כדי שיהיה להם טוב.
אוהב אתכם מדינה שלנו.
שנחזור להיות מאוחדים, כמו שאנחנו צריכים להיות.
זה כיף שיש לנו מדינה ושהיא כבר כל כך הרבה זמן קיימת.
It's a phenomenal country.
טוב, and wish everything will be fine. Good luck for us.
Shalom, Erev Tov. Bruchim Abayim, welcome. It's great to see all these smiling faces. Finally, we're rid of COVID. We can come together to commemorate and to celebrate. And tonight, this evening, we thank you for joining us as we come together to commemorate Yom HaZikaron, Israel's Memorial Day, and celebrating Yom HaAtzmaut, Israel's independence. So from darkness to light. Please rise as we begin with the Star-Spangled Banner sung by Eden Contes, followed by the Hatikva by cantor Alicia Pierce.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare
Carrying the Israeli flag are young leaders from Shevet Harel, the Israeli Scouts.
Please join me.
Lord, balevav penima nefesh Yehudi homia ulfatem mizrak kadima hayin letzion Sophia. Od la'avda tikvateinu, hatikva matchnot apayim, liot am chofshi me'atzenu Eretz Zion, Yerushalayim, liot am chofshi be'artzenu, Eretz Zion, Yerushalayim.
Please be seated, everyone. Well, it's great to have all of you here. I'm Rabbi David Barron of Temple of the Arts. We own and operate this beautiful Saban Theater here. And tonight, I want to welcome all of you and welcome those who are following on live stream and on JLTV. Thank you for watching and being with us tonight if you couldn't be here in person. But it's great to have all of you here in person. And we want to say a few thank yous tonight. Thank you in advance to Sharon Farber, our wonderful Grammy Award-winning music director, who put a beautiful evening together of music for you. And we want to thank our Temple of the Arts as sponsors, Cheryl and Chaim Saban, the FIDF, Friends of the Israel Defense Forces, IAC, and a special thank you to Stand With Us. And I want to take a moment to say a special thank you to Roz Rothstein, who's been such a great supporter and friend and a true pillar of strength in the Israel community. And also we thank the support of the Consul General of the State of Israel, Pacific Southwest region. So many of you know in our prayers we recite a prayer all the time for Israel. It's called Shomer Yisrael, Guardian of Israel. We look at God as the guardian of the Jewish people, the people of Israel, and for that matter of the state of Israel. And as we say those words, we recognize that we have a duty and a responsibility to guard Israel, just as surely as her soldiers guard her borders. Now, we're not called upon to don the uniform of Tzahal, and we're not called upon to carry a tavor, but we have a responsibility. Our uniform is our heart and mind, and our tavor are our words and actions on behalf of the state of Israel. And many of us recognize that in this challenging world, it is so important to be a voice and a vote to support candidates who support Israel in our country. Many of you might not know that according to the February 2022 annual Gallup poll of countries' favorability, 71% of Americans accord Israel a, quote, very favorable and or most favorable rating. Don't tell that to Omar Ilhan, and don't tell that to Rashida Tlaib.
And I got to tell you, 71% is very good. I know a lot of American presidents who would love to have a 71% favorability rating. But that rating has been consistent and growing. It was 58% in 2002, Israel's favorability rating, 71% in 2012, 69% in 2019, and 75% in February 21. Israel ranked 7th, can you believe it, 7th among countries rated in the Gallup poll, trailing only Canada, Britain, France, Japan, Germany, and India. Don't tell the elite media that fact, or the United Nations Human Rights Commission, where Israel is consistently condemned and vilified. You know, if a Martian came down from Mars and went to the United Nations General Assembly, that Martian would be shocked. Shocked that in a world where Russian forces invade a sovereign nation, kill innocent men, women, and children in missile strikes on apartment buildings, in a world where North Korea builds and keeps people, men and women and children, in concentration camps, in a world where China oppresses the Uyghurs and confines them and tortures them, in a world where there are slave markets in Libya, that only one country gets the condemnation and vilification from the United Nations. But we know that. And it's so important for us to be that voice, that guardian of Israel, that will not rest, that will not slumber. And the words are very powerful. Shomer Yisrael lo yanum velo yishan. The guardian of Israel will neither slumber nor sleep. And all of us know that we have to expose every form of anti-Israel rhetoric as Jew hatred, and every form of anti-Zionism for what it is, nothing more than unadulterated anti-Semitism. So that's the role we have to play tonight, to continue to be the strong support and ally of Israel. Did you know most Americans empathize with Israel culturally, historically, ideologically? They see her as a nation just trying to survive against a hostile sea of foes. And we relate to that as Americans. And not only survive, Israel seeks to flourish, giving humanity the great gifts in the realm of science, medicine, technology, and the arts. So tonight, as we come together to remember the fallen soldiers, fallen but not forgotten, and as we come together tonight to celebrate the birthday of the State of Israel, let's remember that we too are guardians, and that like the Almighty, Shomer Yisrael, the guardian of Israel, lo yanum, shall not sleep, velo yishan, and will not slumber. We make that commitment tonight with a full and complete heart of devotion. Thank you. We'll now light 3 memorial candles, one candle to represent our most recent tragic victims of terror in Israel, one candle to represent all of Israel's fallen soldiers in the wars and in defending her borders and sovereignty, and one candle to represent all Israeli victims of terror. These candles will be lit by lone soldier veterans who now serve in the amazing Magen Am Community Security Service. And following the candle lighting, Eli Eli will be sung by Aiden.
My God, may these things never end. The sand and the sea, the rustling of water, the lightning of heaven, the prayer of man, the sand and the sea, the rustling of water, the lightning of heaven, the prayer of man. החול והים, רשרוש של המים, ברמת שמיים. תפילת האדם
And now, leading us in El Malay Rachamim, a prayer for the departed, are cantor Nathan Lamb and Rabbi David Barron.
Fully compassionate God on high, to the souls of those among our people who bravely gave their lives for the redemption of our land, grant clear and certain rest with you in the lofty heights of the sacred and pure whose brightness shines like the very glow of heaven. Source of mercy, forever enfold them in the embrace of your wings, secure their souls in eternity. Adonai, they are yours. They will rest in peace. Amen.
Please rise. El Malay Rachamim, Shochein Bamromim, Hametzei Menucha Nechona, Al Kanvei Ashchina, במעלות קדושים, טהורים וגיבורים, כזוהר רקיע, מזהירים, לנשמות הקדושים שנלחמו בכל מערכות ישראל, במחתרת ובצבא הגנה לישראל, ושנפלו במלחמתם ומסרו נפשם על קדושת השם. העם והארץ בעבור שאנו מתפללים לעילוי נשמותיהם. לכן בעל הרחמים יסתירם בסדר גנביו לעולמים, ויצרור בצרור החיים את נשמותיהם, אדוני הוא נחלתם. בגן עדן מנוחתם, וינוחו בשלום על משכבותם. ותעמוד לכל ישראל זכותם, ויעמדו לגורלם לקץ הימין. ונאמר אמן.
And now for the singing of Avinu Shebashamayim, please welcome cantors Alicia Pierce, Elizabeth Kirsten, and Nati Baram.
Zur Kanzel
אנשיה, שריה ויועציה
What is the Israel miracle? Why don't we start at the beginning? 1900 years ago, your grandparents, my grandparents, sat around a Shabbat table and told their kids, we just lost our temple. We lost Jerusalem, but we're Jews. We don't give up. We'll come back home. 400 years later, your grandparents and my grandparents sat around a Shabbat table and told their kids, it's been 400 long years. We haven't come home yet, but we're Jews. We don't give up. We'll come home. 400 years later, through all the persecution, through all the pogroms, your grandparents and my grandparents sat around and told their kids the same thing. It's been 800 long years. We're Jews. We don't give up. At every bris, at every prayer, at every wedding, at every Seder, the Jews prayed and yearned to come home. And then 74 years ago, a few years after the darkest moment in our history, we came home. That's one miracle. But we're not done. And as soon as we came home, we got the welcome mat. 5 armies that tried to destroy us and throw us into the sea. We transformed ourselves from the people of the book to the people of the hands to the people of the fight. And I had 2 uncles who fought in that war. And by some incredible miracle, we prevailed and we won. It's another miracle. But we're not done. Because for 74 years, we managed to prevail, surrounded by enemies sworn to our destruction, on the battlefield with suicide bombers, with rockets, with tunnels, with knives in the back, with car rammings, with any way that one can kill. We still, to this day, prevailed. That would have been Dayenu. That's miracle number 3. But we're Jews. We're not done. God gave us a fourth miracle. The most powerful country in the history of humanity decided to have our back. The glorious United States of America. A miracle we never take for granted. That's miracle number 4. You think we'd be done. By now, surrounded by enemies, we would be completely justified to turn into people of defense, people who protect our children, people who think only about surviving in the ugliest, nastiest neighborhood on the planet. But we didn't do that. Because the Jewish miracle is not to survive, but to thrive. So what did we do? We created the greatest miracle of the 20th century. We created Startup Nation. If you go to Tel Aviv or Haifa or Jerusalem, or where my daughter is in Sfat, you don't see just a country. You see a country that thrives. Every Shabbat when we take out the Torah and we make a prayer for the state of Israel. Reshit Smicha Geulatenu, the flower of our redemption. Instead of settling for defending ourselves, we aimed high and we created a flower. The best way to honor our grandparents who yearned for 1900 years to come home is not to survive, but to thrive. The best way to honor the 6 million whose lives were extinguished, including 1.5 million children. The best way to honor them is not to survive, but to thrive. The best way to honor the fallen soldiers who gave their lives to protect our homeland, the best way to honor them is not to survive, but to thrive. I'm David Suissa with the Jewish Journal. Am Yisrael Chai, and Am Yisrael thrives. I'd like to introduce Jonathan Bar-El, the Consul for Public Diplomacy of Israel, right here in Los Angeles.
Shalom. First of all, Consul General Newman extends his apologies for not being able to be here tonight. He was in contact with someone who tested positive today. And although he's fine and has no symptoms and even tested negative himself, he decided not to take any chances. Dear community members and faith leaders, elected officials, Dean of Diplomatic Corps, Consul General of Azerbaijan, and members of the Diplomatic Corps, Consul Generals, allow me first to open with deep appreciation to our partners and co-sponsors. Stand with us, of course, for leading this evening, Cheryl and Chaim Saban, the IAC, and Friends of IDF. Thank you all. Also, appreciation to our host, the Saban Theater, and of course, special thanks to Sharon Faber, our amazing musical director of this evening. Dear friends, as we transition from Memorial Day to Independence Day, from darkness to light, we bow our heads honoring the fallen soldiers, security personnel, and victims of terror. Without their willingness to sacrifice, we would never have a state. Those who pay the ultimate price have given us the resilience and the moral strength to prevail. Unfortunately, the people of Israel have not yet reached peace and tranquility. Sadly, we still have enemies bent on our destruction. Over the past year, more than 100 people were added to the list of sorrow. Only this month, Israelis were murdered in terrorist attacks. But we will not be deterred. Those who wish to harm us will only find us strong, united, and determined. Today we mark 74 years since the reestablishment of the State of Israel. It is truly a miracle state. Out of the ashes of the Holocaust and following 3,000 years of exile, the people of Israel returned to their promised land. No other nation has faced the same challenges and built such a successful state in such a short time like the people of Israel. Despite the history of persecution, despite all the difficulties, we decided as a nation to build a new country, a new future, a future of hope and promise. And we have so many reasons to be proud. From an agricultural country exporting mainly oranges, we have become a powerhouse of innovation and modern technology. We are a world leader in innovation, science, and technology. In our foreign relations, we are now one of the most sought after countries. We are noting a positive trend. From zero acceptance of Israel by the Arab and Muslim world, we now enjoy peaceful relations with more and more Arab and Muslim countries. We now have relations with countries that in the past called for our destruction, and this did not happen coincidentally. It came about from a position of strength, and one of the sources of our strength is the tremendous support Israel received over the years from the Jewish diaspora and the Friends of Israel. And of course, our greatest friend, the United States of America. Israel has no better ally than the United States of America, and the United States of America has no better friend than the State of Israel. And as was said here before me, an Israel that not only survives, but also prospering. In fact, Israel is now in a position to assist others. Israel is there for the Jewish communities. Israel will do what is necessary in order to ensure the safety and security not only of its citizens, but also of the Jewish communities around the world, especially in these heightened times of anti-Semitism. Israel is one of the first to deliver humanitarian aid at times of need, from Haiti through the Philippines to Greece and Turkey, and currently Ukraine. Israel has delivered more than 150 tons of humanitarian aid to the people of Ukraine, opened a field hospital which treated thousands of Ukrainian citizens and has absorbed thousands of refugees from Ukraine, Jews and non-Jews alike. Measuring per capita, Israel is one of the leading countries in the world in absorbing Ukrainian refugees. On this special day of our independence, my message to you all is that Israel is a positive, dynamic force in the world, a real light among the nations. We are fulfilling the biblical and prophetic promises. May Israel grow from strength to strength and continue to contribute to the global community, as we have done in our first 74 years. Happy birthday to the State of Israel. Yom Ha'atzmaut Sameach, Am Yisrael Chai. Toda Rabba.
And now, please welcome a face familiar to many of us. You can see him on the current season of HBO's Curb Your Enthusiasm, comedian, actor, and friend of Israel, Elon Gold.
Oh, yeah! Yeah! Woo! to put the Sameach in Chag Sameach. Come on. Apparently not this crowd. I could see that already. Before I start, I don't know if any of you watched the Oscars this year, or if you saw last night the Hollywood Bowl. Dave Chappelle got attacked on stage and tackled. I'm doing my entire show from here, folks. I'm playing it safe. I don't want to take any chances. How's everybody doing? Everybody good? Yeah, this is it. Don't worry. That's very Israeli. Don't worry. That's all. It's so funny. That's the difference between like Israelis and Jews, right? Jews just worry. Israelis walk around going, don't worry. Listen, don't worry. Listen to me. Listen to me, okay? Don't worry. Why you worry? Why you worry for? What do you worry? What do you worry? What do you worry? If it doesn't happen, you worry for nothing. And if it happens, then you could say, at least I didn't worry about it. I'm just trying to survey the crowd and see who's gonna slap me, who's gonna tackle me, rush the stage. Do any of your wives have alopecia? Let me just start with that. This is a dangerous job that I do here, people. This is a dangerous job. Yeah. Who would have thought? Who would have thought that Zelensky was the safest comedian on earth? That's right. He's in a bunker. Look at me. I'm up here exposed. Anything can. I'm the brave hero. Zelensky's a fraidy cat. Yeah, I knew that wouldn't get a laugh. This is nerve-wracking for me. This is why comedians are always pacing. That's why they pace, because they're nervous. And they just want to avoid people, they're like running away. They don't want to be a target. People always ask me, are you nervous? Are you nervous when you do it? No, usually I'm not nervous. Now I'm freaked out. Yeah, I'm not worried about killing. I'm worried about getting killed. That's what I'm worried about. I'm a lot more concerned with like, and by the way, with this crowd, these are my people, right? Yeah. Nobody in this group is going to come up here and slap me. Maybe with a lawsuit. They might serve me papers, but that's it. That's the worst that could happen. It's crazy. They're attacking comedians now. Who's next? Who's next? Bakers? I said seedless rye, you son of a bitch. I told you I want this cake gluten-free. It's a crazy world out there. Attacking community. The whole world is nuts now. Am I right, people? Yeah. It's all nuts. War, pandemic, recession. And then you turn on the news, and what do you see? Johnny Depp and his bloated face. That's all you see. Just Johnny Depp is on CNN? That's what I want to know about? What is this, divorce court? Could you imagine that there is some, Ukrainian refugee who just got out of there? He's walking around Poland now, right? He goes by, a bar, restaurant. They're playing CNN there. He looks, hoping to find out some news, maybe an update. You know, maybe, the war is over, right? He looks in the window, and he's like, what's Captain Jack Sparrow doing on CNN? I was hoping for a Russian general, not Captain Jack. What is this? And why he's so bloated? What happened? It's dangerous, people. It's a crazy time. But we're having fun tonight, aren't we? We're celebrating. Yeah, some of you are still in Yom HaZikaron mode. I could feel that. Some of you, it's hard to get out of that. I really need some Yom HaAtzmaut energy in this place. Oh, thank you. Whew. Because we do sad much better than happy. Sad we could do all day, all night. Sad, oh my God. Sad is our happy place. We know how to do sad better than anybody. Are you kidding me? And now it's like such a weird program. It was so beautiful and meaningful and sad, and then it's like, wait, you're telling us to be happy now? That's a lot of work. That's a lot of work for us to be happy, right? Think about it. We usually hover somewhere between miserable and could be worse. That's our sweet spot right there. That's that's the comfort zone. Sad, oh my God, sad, we're amazing at sad. But happy, not so much. And I could hear that. We have so many sad holidays, right? So many sad holidays, unbelievable. Do we have happy? I think we have two. I think we have two happy holidays, and then the rest is sad, right? It's so weird to have this many sad holidays. It's like, it's pathetic. I want to have happy holidays, you know what I mean? And the Jewish calendar will tell you when to be happy and when to be miserable. Like you could be having a great summer, a fantastic summer, and then all of a sudden Tisha B'Av approaches, and it's like, okay, be sad. And you're like, now? Right now, sad, go now. But I'm having a fun summer, I'm like swimming every day, grilling every night. Stop it, both of those things right now. Wait, you want me to stop grilling and swimming? It's the middle of July. Yeah, we're putting the Jew in July. Now suffer and be miserable. Be miserable for how long? 3 weeks. What? Yeah, 3 weeks, with a real misery in the last 9 days. Then on that final day, you may as well just kill yourself. 3 weeks, that's half my summer. Can I be miserable in February? No, that's Black History Month. That'd be racist. You do not want to do that. Don't do that. And then Hanukkah happens, and they're like, be happy. Now I'm miserable. It's December, it's freezing out, it gets dark at 4:30, I'm depressed. I don't want to be happy now. No, you have to be. And then we pretend to be happy on Hanukkah, right? We try to be happy just to match, just to keep up with our Goyish friends who are in full merriment, who are just walking around like, Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas. And we're just like, yeah. Yeah, we also have a thing this month that we're pretty happy about. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. I mean, we're not merry. I wouldn't say merry. That's not for us. But we're pretty happy. The oil thing that happened, that was good. That was good. That was pretty good. The oil, pretty happy about that. By the way, we need an oil miracle right now. Am I right, people? Yeah. Oh my God! If I could fill up my tank and it last 8 days, that would be a nes gadol hayapo. Oh my God! Do we need that badly? Gas prices are insane. Gas prices are so high, even Reform Jews are walking to shul. But tonight, we are here to share and spread our love for Israel and the new variant. It's all about love and viruses tonight. That's what we're doing. And my name is Elon Gold. I am the Elon that isn't trending. Yeah, that's Elon Musk. I'm Elon must do more Jewish gigs to pay mortgage. That's me. I'm Elon must continue working, or yeah, we're different, the two Elons, He was on the cover of Time magazine. Yeah, I graced the cover of the Jewish Journal. That's right. Thank you, David Suissa, and thank you for giving us the greatest community paper on earth. That is true. Read it every weekend. But yeah, Elon Musk, Time magazine, he He was man of the year. I was Jew of the week. And I'll take that. I'd rather be that than man of the year. Who needs to be a man of the year? I don't need any of that stuff. But he's interesting, this Elon Musk guy, you know? First of all, he's the richest guy on earth. Did you know that? Also the smartest. He's the smartest guy. You ever hear him speak? He's so brilliant. He's like doing algorithms in his head and calculations and equations, like longitudinal space code. He's like, he can't even talk. He can't say words because his mind's going 1,000 miles a minute. You ever see him in an interview? It's like, Elon, what are you going to do with Twitter now? We're going to... I don't think he's talking. I think he's communicating with the aliens. I think he's getting directions to Mars. He's figuring out how to. He's okay. Make a left at Saturn. Okay. Then go 2 light years. Make a right. Okay. And I'm not making fun of him. I wish I had his brain. It wouldn't be so good for my business. But I wish I could be that brilliant, and I'm not, you know. I'm not making fun of it. He stammers. I mean, look, Moses had a stutter, and he took us out of Egypt. This guy's taking us out of Earth, okay? He could be our leader. Do you understand that? He's our leader. Oh, my God. I got to say, though, I follow him on Twitter. I'm not sure I'm following him to Mars, though. I don't think they have the best kosher restaurants there. Although I'm pretty sure they have a Chabad. Yes. Speaking of Egypt, how much fun was Pesach this year, huh? Back with our families and everything. Wasn't that nice? Yeah. Did you have good seders? They do need to change the wording in the Haggadah on that second night to why is this night exactly like last night? I mean, didn't we do this already? Talk about deja vu. This is like a rerun. We're sitting around the table going, we watched this episode last night, didn't we? We saw this one. We could move on. The 4 questions, a big part of the Seder, 4 questions. And I get my own 4 questions from people that I meet all the time, especially recently. These are the 4 questions I constantly get. Number 1, how did you get on Curb Your Enthusiasm? Yeah, I'll tell you how. When Larry David heard that I was performing for a half-empty Saban Theater, streaming live on JLTV, he said, we better get him now, because once he does that, he's not going to do our little HBO show. Come on. Second question I always get, especially from my people. So, what do you make on a show like that? What do you get, like, per episode? Like, what? Because you did 3 episodes. That's pretty good. 3. Yeah, I mean, you're not a series regular, but, you know, it's not one guest star. You had, like, a recurring role. They're, like, negotiating my salary like they're my agents now, right? Like, do I go over to heart surgeons and go, what do you get for a triple bypass? I'm just curious. Probably not as much as a quadruple. That's good, right? That's where you really clean up. But, you know, better than a double, that's for sure. Third question I always get this. Again, mostly from my people and Curb related. Is there any way you could get Larry to make a video for my wife's brother? He's turning 60. And I'm like, Larry David wouldn't make a birthday video for his mother, okay? He's the greatest guy in the world, but he ain't making videos for your brother-in-law. I'm sorry. It's ridiculous. And then the 4th question, which, again, recently I've been getting more than anything. What do you make of the whole Will Smith thing? And I'll tell you what I make of it. Jada Pinkett should have put on a shadel. Would have solved the whole thing. She should learn from these great Hasidic wives. They don't leave the house without a shadel on. Are you kidding me? Yeah, in the house you could take it off. You could take anything off in the house. But learn from these great Rebbitzins. You don't walk out the door bald. And then she has the nerve to go, well, I have a disease. No, no, no. Diabetes is a disease, okay? You have a condition. A condition that 70% of Jewish men share with you. It's called balding, okay? We all have it. We're going to be fine. Just calm down. But again, we're here tonight. This is, it's a big night for us. It's a big night. Am I right, people? Thank you for that. I love that the band is here. How's it going, guys? You having fun yet? You ready to kick this up? Because we gotta, I'm doing my best. By the way, Suisa, who I love, who's one of the greatest, most brilliant guys I know, he was supposed to do the transition between Yom HaZikaron, and that was the most depressing thing I've ever heard in my life. I was back there crying, and he's like, don't worry, I'll get the crowd going. Thanks for warming them up, David. I'm up here working my tuchus off for these people, just trying to pull the sad out of them. Ay, ay, ay. But tonight is, we're celebrating Israel. Yes, Israel. And let me tell you something, people. I love performing in Israel. I was there doing a show promoting coexistence between Arabs and Jews. It was all about peace. And I do the show and I tweet out, hey, I'm performing on stage in Israel. And then the trolls start. And the first one was like, don't you mean Palestine? And I'm like, are we going back in time? Because if you want to play that game, I can. And I wrote back, don't you mean Judea? How far back you want to go? You want to go Canaan? I could go Canaan. You want to go Pangea when the earth was like all the continents? Yeah, don't you mean Pangea? I mean, really? Don't give me a history lesson that I already know. And you know how I know what it was called? Because it says Palestine on my mother's birth certificate. That's right, 1936. She's proud Palestinian. My mother is a Palestinian Jew. She throws rocks at herself. She's like, wait, stop it. Stop. I told you to stop. Stop. But Israel's the only place in the world where people will try to correct you by going back in time. Like if I was doing a USO tour and I was like, hey, I'm performing for the troops in Iraq, they wouldn't be like, don't you mean Mesopotamia? Just landed at JFK, don't you mean Idlewild? No, because I took a flight, not a time machine, okay? Oh, look, a butterfly, don't you mean caterpillar? I could do these all night, by the way. I could do these all night. Oh, I am hungry. Are you hungry or are you Czechoslovakia? No, I just want a turkey sandwich. I think what you really want is an Ottoman wrap. It is crazy. And the land of Israel, under whatever name, was always the birthplace of the Jewish people. That predates the birth of Christianity and Islam. But we are willing to share our ancestral homeland with everyone, all of our brothers and sisters, Christians, Druze, Jews, Muslims, everybody. But we got to live there and coexist and in peace, right? We are all God's children. Enough with the violence, the trolls. God wants one thing. God wants us to live in peace. God wants all of his children to coexist. That's the only thing God wants. Yeah, that and for Pete Davidson to just settle down already. It's really too much. Going from one to the next now with the Kardashian. And J-Lo too. J-Lo has to make a choice, the Ben and then this guy and then back to Ben. It's too much. God doesn't ask for much. He just asks for those few things. But stop trolling me. Stop trolling all of us. Don't you mean Palestine? Calling Israel Palestine, that's like calling Caitlyn Jenner Bruce. Yeah. And she will not answer to Bruce anymore. She will not. You know why? It's very simple. Because Bruce is now Caitlin. And what was once Palestine has transitioned into a strong, beautiful, independent 74-year-old woman. How are we doing on time? Do I have time still?
No.
They want more, but it's so funny. Oh my God, I did a lot of time. It's so funny that, like, backstage they're going like this. Yeah, you gotta wrap it up, and they're going nuts for me. I mean, what do we do? What do I do? What do I do? But there's a whole program. There's a whole program. All right, we'll do more next time. Thank you so much. Just don't hit me. All right, folks, ladies and gentlemen, we have it. Listen, we are here to party. We're here to laugh. We got a few laughs out, I think, right?
Yeah.
I'm not sure what's happening up there. Maybe she's going to come up here and smack me. We have an amazing program for you. It really is time. Now, I want you to really kick it up. This is Yom HaAtzmaut. This is party time. And there's going to be some rockin' bands and musicians and singers. And I want you guys to get up, and I want you to dance in your seats, and I want you to sing along, and I want you to have a really great time. So, to kick things off, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. We have for you, and by the way, just so you know, we have hundreds tonight of pro-Israel supporters in the room with us, but not just that. We also have thousands who are watching us live on these screens up here, and we're streaming the show, like I said, JLTV, and you know, we have a great show for you, so just sing, dance, and have a great time. Now we have a special treat, okay? This is a beautiful rendition of Ma Omrot Inayech, or What Do Your Eyes Say, performed by the amazing Leah Bay. Give it up.
שמש, שמש, עד לים, רוח, רוח, קל יהום. Thank you so much.
Come on, you could do better than that. That was amazing. That was awesome. Awesome. Beautiful. Wow. That was incredible. Next up, we will hear the prayer, a prayer for guidance, grace, and faith, a wonderful mashup in Hebrew and in English, performed by cantor, Alicia Pierce and Prez Blackman. So this is exciting because this is a treat for all of you. They are going to be accompanied by the Spirit of David Choir from the City of Refuge Church. Give them a warm welcome, everybody. Let them know. Come on.
Just where we go and help us to be wise in times when we don't know. Let this be our prayer when we lose our way. Lead us to a place, guide us with your grace, to a place where we'll be saved.
בתוך ליבי היום,
I pray we'll find your light.
בתוך ליבי תקווה. אם רק נדע לראות,
stars go out each night.
את אור האהבה, וזאת התפילה.
Let this be a prayer.
בליבי עולה,
shadows fill our day.
lead us to a place,
Guide us with your grace.
give us faith so
we'll be saved. Olam, shalom tova ufraha. Olam emet, shalom mishpat v'tzedek. בין העמים האחוריות וביתיה, בין גויי העולם, שלום ואהבה. We hope it's
I would like to invite back the beautiful Leah to come and join me.
עוד יבוא שלום עלינו, עוד יבוא שלום עלינו, עוד יבוא שלום עלינו ועל כולם. עוד יבוא שלום עלינו, עוד יבוא שלום עלינו, עוד יבוא שלום עלינו ועל כולם. עוד יבוא שלום עלינו, עוד יבוא שלום עלינו, עוד יבוא שלום עלינו ועל כולם. עוד יבוא שלום עלינו, עוד יבוא שלום עלינו, עוד יבוא שלום עלינו ועל כולם. עוד יבוא שלום עלינו ועל כולם. עוד יבוא שלום עלינו, עוד יבוא שלום עלינו, עוד יבוא שלום עלינו ועל כולם. שלום עלינו ועל כל העולם. סלאם, סלאם, סלאם.
To introduce this amazing group of musicians here. On our choir we have Erin Bentley, we have Laura Dickinson, Leanna Brand, Amy Engelhardt, George Betlion, Brian Dyer, Jim Raycroft and Renee Ruiz. On drums we have Kyle Bergman. And we have on keys the amazing Bill Stanway. On bouzouki, guitars and doumbek we have Lilo Fadidas. On duduk and on saxophones and clarinet we have Leo Chaliapo. And on bass we have Larry Antonino. Our cellist is Garrick Terzian. And our violinist is Dmitry Olevsky. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, and salam aleinu ve'al kol ha'olam. Salam, salam, salam aleinu ve'al
Wow, come on, let them know. That was what I'm talking about.
Woohoo!
That is what I'm talking about. I wish they were there before I came on instead of Suisa. That was much more rousing than the Suisa speech, which again I loved. It was beautiful but depressing. Took me 4 minutes to get you people to laugh. This would have taken 1. Suisa. I hope you're all loving this. Are we having fun so far? Yeah. I'm blown away by the spirit in this room tonight. We're feeling it now. We're finally Atzma Uding. And our next performance is entitled You Raise Me Up. It's a powerful hymn that can mend our broken hearts and souls. We all know how Israel raises us up, gives us hope, tikva, right? And Israel is always lifting us up. Am Yisrael Chai. So please welcome Eric Moss Teller. Let him know. Come on.
Thank you. I'm honored to be here tonight representing the Latter-day Saint community. We have a special place in our hearts for the Holy Land. When we think about the rich history, the beauty, and the sacred meaning of this special place, it inspires us to rise up, to become better, and to unite together as one. So I dedicate this song to the people of Israel and to this important anniversary. Thank you. When I am down and oh my soul so weary, when troubles come and my heart burdened be, then I am still and wait here in the silence until you come and sit a while with me. You raise me up so I can stand on mountains. You raise me up to walk on stormy seas. I am strong when I can be. You raise me up so I can stand on mountains. You raise me up to walk on stormy seas. I am strong when I am on your shoulders. You raise me up to more than I can be. You raise me up so I can stand on mountains. You raise me up to walk on stormy seas. I am strong when I am on your shoulders. You raise me up to more than I can be. You raise me up to more than I can be.
Wow. Awesome. Come on, they can't hear you guys. Come on. Yes. Eric Moss Teller, unbelievable. Thank you, everyone here tonight, for your incredible, inspirational performances. So we know what this evening is about. We're here. It's almost over, so let's squeeze out as much fun as we can. One of the main partners that organize this whole thing is the incredible organization Stand With Us. So here is, one of the main founders of Stand With Us, the person I'm probably most proud to call her a friend than anybody else I know. She's a force. She's done so much for our people, for our homeland. Please welcome Roz Rothstein, everybody.
Thank you. Good evening, everybody, and Chag Sameach. Thank you for being here with us. You know, this theater is not half full. I know you heard that before, but it's not true. There are 800 of you here. That's not too bad. That's not too bad. And there's hundreds of people watching us right now, including one very special person, Alcy Perry, the former. You hear that, Alcy? They know you, and they're clapping for you. Yay, yay, Alcy. So we need to wish Alcy Perry a refuah shalema because he was supposed to be here tonight to receive an award from all of us, but he couldn't be here. In the last few weeks, we have seen, Jerry and I and Esther have seen 2 films made by Danny Menken. 2 great films. One, Alcy, which you all have to see. It's amazing. And also On the Map. And we were going to honor Alcy tonight with a Lifetime Achievement Award. We're still doing that. We're doing that right now. Hi, Alcy. We're honoring you right now. We didn't want to miss this moment. We wanted to grab it, and we know you're watching. And so everybody, we want to catch you all up to speed with a 2-minute preview of On the Map. Please look at your screens.
Basketball was the #1 topic in Israel.
When I got there, I was really surprised because inside me, I realized that we had a chance to do something.
Maccabi Tel Aviv playing for the European Cup Championship? Are you kidding me? Who are these guys?
It wasn't that long after the war.
country was starving for something that lifted the country.
Moshe Dayan was the most recognizable face in the world except for Muhammad Ali. He was at every one of our games and shaking our hands, and afterwards the battle begins.
Moshe Dayan coming to shake the other team's hand is an intimidation.
For the Russian team, they knew that they had the best team in Europe that beat the American team in the Olympics.
Red Army Moscow had all of the great players from the national team. Maccabi carried the hopes of a nation.
My first thought was, damn.
There was no reason to expect Maccabi could beat Red Army Moscow.
Yes, Perry. The streets were empty. You couldn't get a taxi. Nothing moved. Nothing moved. The excitement was just too much. I wanted more.
There are some things that are more important than sport.
It is easily one of the greatest sporting accomplishments ever.
All that excitement, all that pride, it just came out of my heart.
Two great films on the map and ALSI. Here with me are Esther Renzer, president of Stand With Us, yay, and Jerry Rothstein, COO and co-executive of Stand With Us. We have an award tonight. Hide that one. Hide that one. We have a special award tonight for you, ALSI. This is your Lifetime Achievement Award. It says, presented to ALSI Perry for your talent, dedication, and love for Israel and the Jewish people. And we expect to see you here in the fall, ALSI Perry. So this is for you, but how are we going to get it to you? Well, we have a plan. We have with us tonight your very, very close friend, Tal, are you here? Tal Brody, woo! Tal, can you take this home to ALSI? Yes? Yes? Okay, I know it's heavy, but I think you can manage.
The customs will let us go by, it'll be okay.
I think so. We also have here Danny Menken, filmmaker. And he's carrying a basketball, which I just stole from him. If you want this basketball, you can actually have it with a donation to your foundation, On the Map Foundation, and you can even, it's signed by Tal Brody, Donnie Menken, and ALSI Perry. You can also have breakfast with these guys tomorrow morning early at the Four Seasons, yeah? Sorry, at the Lux, if you want. So let's see who the lucky person or people will be. We have more basketball, so there can be 2 of you or 5 of you. But anyways, Danny, come say hello.
Yeah.
Say hi.
Hi, thank you so much, everyone. We are so excited, and on behalf of ALSI Perry, he wanted to be here, but these guys were really our childhood heroes, and they literally put us on the map at the time that, I don't know if you remember, that the Russians were the bad guys, and they beat them during the Cold War, and they made history, and I could not be more honored to be the one telling that story. So thank you so much, Rose, for a wonderful event that we had, and we would love to do more.
But what's so cool about the films is that they're actually, you guys are going to Stanford, right?
Yeah, with Stanford University and with the United Nations Film Festival, we're going to show it over there, and we're going to show the beautiful, inspirational side of Israel, and we'll show what is Israel all about, and what do we remember from Israel that we love then, and we love even more now.
So it is It is really important that we get these films out there to universities and communities, and we can do that with donations to your organization On the Map. And now, Tal, you know, we were so fortunate, since Alcy had to have surgery, couldn't make it, and couldn't be with us, and we hope to have you here in the fall, Alcy, but we're so grateful to have you with us. In this moment, we want to mark the moment, and we just happen to have another award for you. Woo! Also, yeah, we couldn't let you leave without an award for you too. So from the bottom of our hearts, for everything you do for Israel, Tal, and the amazing ambassador that you are for the state of Israel and the Jewish people, please accept this from all of us. Woo! You want to say a few words?
Rose, Esther, Jerry, thank you very much, because what I do today is really based on what I learned from Stand With Us. You know, it's deserve a lot of credit. Alcy, we love you. We're soul brothers and teammates since 1976. We experienced one of the greatest moments in Israeli sport history. I think Elon Gold should add that on. And David, when you talk about Israel, sport is a very big part of Israel. When Moki Segi in Abu Dhabi, in the United Arab Emirates, won the gold medal, when they played Hatikva, and he was able to come in and wearing a Jewish star on his judo uniform, you couldn't believe the goose pimples and the excitement that went through all of Israel. And when that beautiful duet sang, and you're talking about picking up a country, sport has picked up the country. And again, thank you, Rose, for these moments. Alcy, we love you. I'll be back soon, right after Stanford, but you're going to be here, and you're going to feel the love of the people in this auditorium. Thank you.
Thank you. Wait, Maher, before sorry, we need to do this. Maher, can you take a picture of all of us together holding these awards and marking this moment, please? I'll take the one for Alcy. You'll take the one for Alcy? And this is yours, Tal. And can you see all of us? Jerry, let's go. Let's just do, sorry, it's a technical moment.
Wow. Thank you, Tal, for your incredible achievements with Maccabi Tel Aviv, as well as your service in your current role as Israel's Goodwill Ambassador. Did you all know that? That's a pretty good gig. We look forward to hosting Alcy Perry when he comes to Los Angeles in the fall, all healed, God willing. For our next song, we will honor the very special relationship between Israel and the United States with You've Got a Friend in Me, performed by Leah Bay and Prez Blackman, accompanied by the Spirit of David Choir from the City of Refuge Church.
I'd like to acknowledge Patrick Bolton, the music director of Spirit of David, and they are joined by our wonderful singers here, so enjoy.
When you're down in trouble. You need some love and care. Ain't nothing, ain't nothing is going right.
You just close your eyes and think of me, 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 me. And soon, I will be there to brighten up your darkest night, darkest night. You just call out my name, and you know together we stand. Happy birthday, Israel. We are
I'd like to invite my daughter, Eden, back to the stage with Alicia Pierce and Press Blackman. And I think most of you know this song, so we would love you to join us when you feel like it.
לשמש לעלות, לבוקר להאיר, הזעקה שבתפילות אותנו לא תחזיר. אשר קבע נרו ועפר נטמן בחימר לא יאירו לא יחזירו לך
אותנו יחזיר מבור תחתית אפל, כאן לא יועילו לו שמחת הניצחון ולא שירי הלל. לכן רק שירו שיר לשלום, אל תלחשו תפילה.
דווקא שירו שיר לשלום בצעקה גדולה.
Let the sun shine through again to let the flowers grow. Don't look back towards the past, let those who left you go. Lift your eyes, look up with hope, not through a rifle's sight. Sing a song of love, not for another fight.
Don't just say a day will
just awesome, huh? Am I right? That was incredible. Okay, now the finale, ladies and gentlemen. I know you all want to go home. As much fun and as amazing as this is, there's not a person in here that's not going, yeah, okay. That was good. We did it. We cried. We celebrated. We sort of laughed. Let's go. One more, the finale. Ladies and gentlemen, now joining us is Little Joe to bring it home with Yerushalayim Shel Zahav. Let's all dance together. Everybody get up. Come on, this is the finale.
Yeah.
Get up. Let's do this right. Here he is. Let him know. Come on, everybody.
Sing with us.
Hallelujah, la la. Hallelujah, ישירו כולם במילה אחת בודדה, הלב מלא בהמון תודה, ואומר גם הוא איזה עולם נפלא.
Sing with us. Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. Sounds of love. Hallelujah, the sun shine above. Hallelujah, the bells will go ringing and singing from dawn till night. Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. Sing with us. Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready?
Come on.
Please join us. Come on. You know ready. Come on. 1, 2, 3, 4.
שלום במרומיו, עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו, ועל כל ישראל, וימנו עובדי, יעשה שלום, שלום עלינו, ועל כל ישראל, יעשה שלום, שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל. יעשה שלום, שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל. יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל. שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל. I want to thank this amazing musical director, Sharon Ferber,
Grammy Award-winning Sharon
for
Farber.
putting all this amazing music tonight. Israel, concrete jungle where dreams are made of. There's nothing you can't do. Now you're in Israel. The streets will make you feel brand new. Big lights will inspire you. Let's hear it for Israel. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah. Come on, man.
Might just take a flight and I'm pulling up to Israel. Touch the Holy Land so you know the vibe's incredible. Walk around the coattails, some call it the Nobel, but I'm just living my life like I'm supposed to. There's no one that can stop me. Name someone that's not me. PH out in Tel Aviv, you know the views are dope. G's, I always kept it low key, but now that I am here, I think it's time for me to party with the woman near. I'm a one-man army, don't mean we can't party. In fact, we in the land. Milk and honey, there's always been hope. Don't you hate we on the road? I can tell you where it is, but I'd rather take a tour. So we pull up on the Temple Mount that we hit was out of.
Concrete jungle where dreams are made of.
Come on.
There's nothing you can't do.
Yeah. and I'm pulling up to Israel. Touch the Holy Land, so you know the vibe's incredible. Walk around the coattail, some call it the Nobel, but I'm just living my life like I'm supposed to. There's no one that can stop me. Name someone that's not me. PH out and Tel Aviv, you know the views are dope. G's, I always kept it low key, but now that I am here, I think it's time for me to party with the woman here. I'm a one-man army, don't mean we can't party. In fact, we in the land of milk and honey. There's always been a hope, no you since we on the road. I could tell you what it is, but I'd rather take this tour. First we start off by the Temple Mount, then we hit Masada now. Be of Dolorosa, where we headed for the walk around. No call because I'm busy now. Always do different routes, different day. I'm always down. We out here celebrating.
ירושלים של זהב ושל נחושת ושל אור, הלא לכל שירייך על מיליון. ירושלים של זהב ושל נחושת
I am so honored to be making music with all these amazing artists. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
That
Hope
was
you enjoyed
fabulous.
it.
That was just the best. That was fantastic. Thank you guys. Thank you all for being with us tonight, joining this wonderful celebration of Israel, our dear ancestral homeland. Thank you to all our sponsors, our wonderful performers tonight. Happy 74th birthday, Israel. May we see peace, prosperity, and nothing but good things ahead for Israel and its people and for all people. Good night. We'll see you next year at 75.
Все, что мы сейчас играли, мы могли...
חלק מהזמן היו בי חששות על מה שרציתי להגיד ולא אמרתי, אולי כבר לא אמר.